Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus and welcome to Live Stream Tuesday. Can you guess what I've been trying to do just before going live? It was designing that little intro and I realised I only had 2 minutes left before midnight and I just jumped on. So hopefully everything's going to work okay tonight and I haven't left everything too late. And we got Jazzcat in the house straight away, so we are working so far, which is great. And we've also got Dennis in the house and Bam and Carla and Perry as well. So hello guys, thank you for tuning in. And I want to start the live stream by mentioning the names that are going to be going across the bottom of the screen throughout this live stream, because they are my patrons who I'd like to say a massive thank you to, because they make these videos happen. Everything that I do on YouTube is because of them, and also the covers and everything, so thank you guys, you know who you are. So as we're coming through the door, if we can leave a like, that would be great and massively appreciated. Last week I think we did 200 likes pretty quickly. I'm not sure whether it was quicker than 35 minutes, it might have been, but that is going to be the target for tonight. Everybody, if you can hit that like button, we'll see if we can get to 200 likes. So, another thing to mention is that last week when I went live, I said that we had, I think it was 79,000 subscribers, which was amazing. I think a couple of weeks ago I thought it was 73, but I was wrong, so thank you everybody for subscribing. And I think it's 81,000 now, which is just amazing considering that it's gone up a couple of thousand relatively quickly. So thank you everybody for watching the videos, for subscribing and hitting that thumbs up button as well on the videos, because it helps the channel to grow. So we're going to be getting into the live stream now, and I had a couple of requests for my track called Don't Cry, and those were namely Nancy and Rose over on Patreon. So we're going to be kicking off the show tonight with my track called Don't Cry from my album called Persistence. And this video features my sister, and I don't think she even realizes that I'm showing my music video online with her in it. So I hope you guys enjoy this song, and I'm always in the comment section whilst the videos are playing, so I'll jump in there and see what's going on, and I'll see you guys after this. Rock! So well, that was my track called Don't Cry. I just jumped straight into that. Apologies if you are getting into the mood of the song. I just totally interrupted it, but I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That was called Don't Cry from my album called Persistence, available on iTunes, Amazon, and wingsofpegasus.com/store. And that's another thing I just want to mention now. Sandra has donated $49.99 in the super chat. So thank you so much for that, Sandra. And that's just a straight up donation with no message. So wow, what a start to the live stream. Thank you, Sandra, so much for that donation. And all of you guys who have donated in other live streams, and especially my patrons who come over from Patreon and are serial donators as well. But thank you so much, Sandra, for that. A massive donation already. And thank you guys, everyone, for tuning in. And I've seen that Laurie's in the house, and she's the sheriff in the comment section. We've also got Neil in there somewhere. I saw his name go through. I'm not sure if Kathy's in the house yet or Carla, but those are the other law enforcement in that comment section, so we'll keep a little lookout for them throughout the live stream. And if anybody sees Mario, you have to say hi, Mario. So everybody keep looking out for Mario if he comes into this comment section tonight and this live stream. So getting into what's been happening, as you might have noticed at the beginning of this stream, we had a different intro, and that's something that I just stuck together before I went live. So it's a bit of a rush doing that on Final Cut, putting it together, but hopefully in the future I'll be able to get some fancy logo design animation thing going on. That's what I've been working on last month, was just getting the logo done. As you can see, it's a new drawing of a Pegasus rather than the almost cartoony one that I had before, but that was still cool. I just thought that I'd get it updated a little bit. So new logo going forward. And when I'm mentioning the logo, there was also a little bit of a demand for white shirts, and those have been added today. I think it's going to take maybe 2 or 3 days for that to become live, so that you can order the white t-shirts underneath all of the videos on YouTube. And hopefully there's the tray underneath this video, so you guys can click on a t-shirt if you want to buy one of those. And now you've got a couple of options of either the old logo that's on there or the new 2019 logo, which you would have seen at the beginning of this live stream. So we've had another donation in the super chat, and it's Gina, and she has donated $1.99. So thank you for that, Gina. And again, there's no message with that. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the messages are working on the super chat, but no messages thus far. And we've got 133 people in the house already. So hello everybody, thanks for spending your Tuesday night with me. Even if it's briefly, that is great. I don't mind, you don't have to stay here for the whole thing, but thank you for tuning in, and everybody for commenting on this live stream tonight and hitting that thumbs up button if you have already hit it. If you haven't so far, let's try and spike the likes in the 10th minute of this live stream. We'll see if we can get those likes to really spike, as I always say. It's a little catchphrase now that maybe in the future at some point I can have a t-shirt with that made on, or have it as an option underneath these videos, and then you'll be walking around with spike the likes and nobody will know what you're on about on your t-shirt, which would be great. And we've had another donation, and this is Rose, who we have to thank for that song Don't Cry to start the show tonight. And Rose says, Phil, you should do a workout video to try to motivate us sloths. And I'm not sure whether I'll have time to do some kind of workout video, but with celebrities, whenever they get well known, it's always something, especially in the UK, that they tend to do. They all do a workout video, and they try and make themselves really overweight on purpose, and then they do a workout video and they show, look at me before and after, and they just try and sell these workout videos. But then unfortunately, in most cases, they go back to eating lots again, and then the next year they're back to where they started. Whereas I think that if you are going to do a workout video, you should maybe tell people what they should be eating and ways to manage it as well, so that in 5 years time you can still look the same. But anyway, Rose, thank you so much for the donation and for that recommendation as well. And we have got Carla in the house. So hello Carla, thanks for tuning in. She's just donated $4.99 and the message is, I was here, third in room, you forgot you mentioned me, haha. So that is correct. I totally forgot that Carla was in the house, and sometimes when I'm reading out the names, when they go through so quickly, they're obviously not going into my memory banks. So thank you, Carla, for that. Carla's definitely in the house, everybody. So everybody say hello to Carla for making it really soon third in the room tonight. And we've had another donation as well, and R Gray has donated $10. Thank you so much. I don't think there is a... Oh, here we go. Bye. I have to go out now is the message. I was trying to scroll down because it's really small on my screen. I hope that that's what it said. I think that is what it says. So thank you so much for that donation, $10 with the message. And Carla and Rose and Gina and also Sandra, who kicked it off in amazing style. So thank you guys for those donations really early on tonight. And if everybody can hit the thumbs up button, that would be great. Kathy is in the house as well. She says Phil is on autopilot, and that is what happens sometimes. I'll let you into a little secret. At the beginning of the live streams, what happens is I'm clicking lots of things on the screen whilst talking in order to get the background music going, to get the screen going, to get the names going at the bottom, also to get the names at the side here, the comments. So I'm clicking a lot of things, and that might be why I was reading the names and was trying to do lots of mental gymnastics at the same time. But Carla is definitely in the house, and we've got a full house now, I think, of deputies and sheriffs and just the whole police department in the comment section. So thank you guys for tuning in and for just keeping an eye on everything going on in the comment section, because it really helps me out. I'm going to be moving on to the next video tonight, and this is going to be a cover, and I'm just going to check that I've got the right song up here, because this was requested again. This was Rose, and I think when Rose suggested something, I might have done it wrong, or I thought it was something else, but then I got the right one and I don't know what it was. And maybe that was last week or the week before, I can't remember. But hopefully this is going to be the right one, because it's going to be my cover of U2's Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For. And I hope you guys enjoy this one. As always, I'm always going to be in the comment section, and fingers crossed this is all going to work. As I said, I was finishing the logo and jumped online, so hopefully these are all queued up correctly, and I'll see you guys after this. I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you in the comment section while this is playing. Rock!
Through the fields, only to be
Phil here, and thank you so much for watching my cover of Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For by U2. I hope you enjoyed it. The names that you can see going down the screen here are my patrons who support me and make videos like this possible. So thanks patrons, it's massively appreciated. If you guys want to get involved, head to the website down here, and if I don't see you on Patreon, then check me out on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all the other places. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Rock! And there we have it. That was my cover of the classic U2 track, and I hope you enjoyed it. It was one of those videos that was from quite a while ago, and it was requested by Rose, and I think Nanette said that she did it as well, so maybe it was a couple of suggestions that I took on board. So thumbs up, because I actually got it right and played the right video. So thank you for requesting that in the first place from two different directions, but that is massively appreciated. And if I didn't have any suggestions, I wouldn't be able to play anything on this live stream. I might play some videos, but they might be really unpopular choices. So thank you guys for suggesting and requesting. And I just want to mention as well, Rose said during that video she donated $5. Thank you, Rose. Another donation from Rose. And she says, Phil, you have never and could never do me wrong. Thanks for the U2. No problem. Thanks for all the requests, like I just mentioned. And then after that, we had a $4.99 donation from Gina. And she says, what a beautiful tone, Phil. So thank you for that, Gina. And thank you everybody for donating in the super chat tonight, and everyone in the comment section for commenting. And if you can hit that thumbs up as well, that would be much appreciated. And we'll try and see if we can spike the likes if everyone hits it at exactly the same time in the coming up to 22nd minute of the live stream. During that video, there was a question from Vince, and he asked, why don't you see me playing drums in the video? And there is one video where I had time to set up the drums for the filming, and I can't remember which video that is, but maybe some people out there in the comment section can remember which one it is. But as you can see behind me, the drums are off to the side of the green screen. So it means that when I film a video, it has to be done in front of the green screen, and I have to move the drums to the front section of the room off to the side. And by the time I've done all of the shots of the guitar and the vocals and everything, it's been about maybe 2 hours worth of filming, and thinking of then lifting the drum kit and setting that up and redoing all the lighting and doing all that. Unfortunately, at the moment, I just don't have time and haven't had time to properly set up the camera and do lots of different angles of the drum kit, because I only film with one camera when I do the shots because of the green screen. If I do another angle, the green screen won't be behind me, so it won't work. So it means that I'm limited to one shot per angle. So it means that I have to record myself playing the song, and then I have to record myself playing the guitar, and then a close-up of the guitar, and then another angle of maybe my head, and then another angle of just the bass, and I go through all of these, and maybe 2 angles of the bass, so I end up doing lots and lots of shots, and it takes maybe 2 hours, and then thinking of doing that for the drums as well, and having to lift it and put it in place and redo the lighting. Unfortunately, it's just too much of a long process, but in the future, because I'm now able to reduce the hours that I am teaching because of my support on Patreon and also the donations here, in the future when I do cover videos, I'll have a little bit more time, and I might be able to get a little bit of drum action going on in those. But long answer to that question, but thank you, Vince, for that question. I hope that's answered it sufficiently. And everybody, hello. I'm just going to look into the comment section because we've got Pam in the house, and Misplaced Hillbilly, and James, and Rosendale, and Fred, and Laurie, and Brad's in the house, and Vince again. So I didn't see Vince's comment, but thank you for that question. I'm going to be moving on now to the next video that's going to be played, and this was a request on Patreon, and hopefully I'm going to be able to find who requested it, because I've changed the page that I was looking at, so it's now no longer on that page where the requests were made. So I'm going to address the requester after I've played this video, but this is going to be the album version of Greed, which I've mentioned the album already. That is Persistence, which you can find at wingsofpegasus.com. And just before we play this video, we've just had another donation, and this is Yuyu, who has donated 600 yen, I believe. I'm not sure that that's been confirmed yet, if that is the currency, but thank you so much for that donation. Another serial donator, and the message is, sorry, I always been late. I just download Paris Nord. So thank you for downloading Paris Nord. That is another one of my album tracks, and you all know where to get it now, wingsofpegasus.com. But let's get into this track called Greed from my album as well. I hope you guys enjoy this one, and I'll see you in the comment section. Rock! So that was my track called Greed. I hope you guys enjoyed that one from the album Persistence. The album, that's my album, so I hope you guys get a chance to check that out. And thank you everybody who has purchased the album online and also has bought it on the website, because I send those out to people and I sign them as well if you want it signed. So that's the other thing, that unfortunately I can't sign the t-shirts at the moment because They're just distributed in Europe somewhere, I think, or I think they're distributed in the USA as well. So I can't get my hands on those, but I still sign the albums. Anyway, thank you so much everybody for tuning in and for hitting that like button. Let's give that another plug. If we can spike the likes, we are almost exactly half an hour into the live stream, so if we can get a spike, that would be great. And looking into the super chat, we have had another donation, and this is Kathy, and Kathy has donated $50. So thank you so much, Kathy, for that. Another crazy donation and another serial donator as well. Thank you, Kathy, and for all of the donations tonight. Just so appreciated. You have no idea. And Vince has just jumped into that section as well, and he's donated $5. And Vince says, excellent guitar solo in Greed. So thank you for that, Vince. That's one of those solos that I did many years ago, and I have a video. I'm going to have to try and find this and maybe show it on a live stream. I have the actual video of me getting down the solo in the studio, and I was standing in the same room as the technician and the other band members because I could hear it better in there. So it looks quite funny, but that was just when I was getting down the solo. That was many years ago, and I've since redone it in this room that you are looking at. Everything on the album was done in this room, and actually with this microphone. So the vocals were all done with this, the guitar was done with this, the drums were on the electric drum kit and MIDI'd into the computer. I don't want to get too technical with this, but it triggered sounds in the recording software, so it's all good, and it was all done in this room and self-produced, all that kind of stuff. But thank you so much for that, Vince, and Kathy before that as well. And I just need to give a quick shout out to Paula, because she's in the house as well, and I only saw that during the last video, and I think, oh, she's just said, see you all later, I got stuff to do before work. So everybody say bye to Paula because she's leaving, but thank you, Paula, for tuning in. I only just mentioned Paula in time before she left, and hopefully she heard that. There might be a bit of a delay on the live stream, but hopefully I got in there right at the end. Thank you everybody for tuning in tonight, and we've got Laurie has just posted 202. I don't know if that is where we are with the likes, but if that is amazing. And let's keep hitting that like button relentlessly, like some kind of computer game. Just keep tapping it and see what happens. I think you can only like once, unfortunately, but if you can hit that like button, that would be great. And we've just had another donation, and DM has donated $1.99, and the message is very good. Maybe some Marillion, no fillers here. So thank you so much for the donation and the suggestion as well. And straight away, we've got TN Moppy, who's just jumped into the super chat section as well, and donated $20. I think when there's so many donations, my brain starts to get saturated with the amount that's happening. So thank you everybody for these donations, and just it blows my mind every week. But TN Moppy, I'll try and get a little bit focused with this donation section and the super chat. The message is, Phil, please promote the Facebook group, it's growing too. So everybody head over to Facebook if you get a chance, because there's the Wings of Pegasus supporters group, which just type in Wings of Pegasus supporters into the search bar and you should be able to find that group. And TN Moppy is going to be in charge of letting you in and join, and she'll let you join, and you can keep the conversation going over there after the live streams, but also you can chat about anything that you want musically or otherwise. And I have had a few messages on Patreon of interesting questions that people are asking me about that Facebook group as well, so you'll find maybe little nuggets of information on there. And we've had another donation, and it's $5, and this is Jami Vicious, who has put a message that says keep a rockin'. So thank you for that donation. And We just had another one, and it's $50 from Barbara JZY or JZY if you're in the USA and you say Z and not Z like we do here in England. But thank you so much for that, Barbara. Another crazy donation, $50. And we've had another donation under that as well. And this is Brian, and he's donated $9.99. Thank you, Brian, for that. And the message says, keep rockin', Phil. So thank you for the donations that are coming through on the super chat, and thank you everybody for tuning in. We've got Landon in the house, and Brad is still in here, and Calfolk7 and KADJ in the house, and Batfink Reynolds is here as well. So hello to Batfink for joining in tonight, and to everybody that is keeping an eye on this live stream. We had Kathy and Carla and Laurie in the house, and we also had Neil, but I'm not sure if he's still around. But we've got some serious policing going on in the comment section. Thank you guys for moderating the channel, and thank you everybody for tuning in to the analysis videos, for hitting the like button, but also subscribing, because we're over 82,000 subscribers, and thank you, Laurie, for confirming that earlier in the comment section, because that is amazing to get up to that amount. And I know that maybe a year ago somebody said, oh, you one day will have 100,000 subscribers, and I always took that with a pinch of salt. But if things keep going like they are, you never know, fingers crossed. But 82,000 is plenty enough for me. I just enjoy talking about these performances, analysing them, and just interacting with you guys on a Tuesday night. And it's just all good stuff. But thank you so much for hitting the like button and subscribing, because it really does spread the channel around. We are getting some more donations. Shirley has donated $24.99. Thank you so much for that, Shirley. And the message is, love the light and shade in this. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm not sure about whether you're talking about the song or the cover that I did, or maybe the light and shade in the show. I don't know, but thank you, Shirley, for that donation. And Vince has donated another $5, and the message is, Batfink suggested you do an instructional video, Phil. I second the motion. So thank you, Vince, and thank you for that suggestion. Over on Patreon, which I'm going to put up on screen. Hopefully this is going to work if I can find the link. Maybe there it is. I can just about see it. I've got a tiny screen, so hopefully that is the Patreon link that I've just put up on the screen. But over on Patreon, I have 4 videos for people who are learning to play the guitar. It starts right from the beginning, and those are about 40 minutes in length, and I take you through loads of stuff technique-wise, how to learn to play the guitar if you're just starting out. I also have a video where I'm breaking down techniques, because some people have asked to do a video on that, in terms of breaking down vibrato and sweep picking, hammer-ons, pull-offs, slides, bends, all of those different things that are going on in the videos that I do refer to. I have done a video over on Patreon, and that's about 40 minutes in length as well, because I do answer people's questions about certain techniques, and I demonstrate them as well on the guitar. So I might have to cut that up and put that on YouTube at some point, so you guys can all check it out if you're not sure as to what the techniques are called and what to look out for when you see a guitarist playing. But thank you so much for that donation, Vince, and hopefully that has answered your question. I don't think I'm going to have time to do instructional videos in terms of other people's songs and how to play particular solos. And I think with copyrights, that is a bit of a minefield anyway. They might just end up getting blocked. So I think the best bet at the moment is just to go to that video with all those techniques on there that are explained, and various questions that I have asked by people, or I have been asked by people, in order for them to understand the techniques a little bit more. So hopefully that video will help you out. But I'll try and get that on YouTube in the future sometime soon, hopefully, fingers crossed. Anyway, we've had another donation, and this is Pam, And Pam has donated $19.99, and she says, I won $20 on the Powerball, so I'm giving it to you. Thank you, Pam. So Pam is having a lucky night by the sounds of it, or maybe a lucky week. But thank you, Pam, for donating your winnings to me. That is amazing. So now we're both winners. Thank you, Pam, for that donation. And we had another donation under that, and that was Kevin, who has donated $10. And Kevin says, love your analysis of performers, many from my teen era, and that's 70s in brackets. So thank you, Kevin, for watching and commenting, and for making that $10 donation, and for the comment as well. And thank you for all of these comments in the comment section tonight on the live stream. I hope you guys are all good in there. If you get a chance, you can hit that like button. That would be great, because I'm not sure what we're aiming for tonight, but we were aiming for over 200, but I think we're over that already. So if you can hit that like, let's see where that ceiling is going to be. Hopefully it will be somewhere even higher than maybe 250, you never know. Fingers crossed, let's see. We're 40 minutes into the live stream, so maybe it won't be going on for too long, so we just race to that thumbs up if you get a chance. We've had another donation from DM, and the message is, it's $1.99. Thank you for that donation. And the question is, have you tried a 7-string? Thanks, Phil. And not in terms of recording, playing, I used to teach in a guitar shop, so I had free reign of the shop to just play whatever I wanted to. So that was a point where I have played a 7-string, but I haven't used it in any of my stuff. And generally what tends to be the case is that lowest string is detuned, and I don't tend to go too far below E flat. That's really where my limit is. Occasionally I might do a drop D, but not really into the whole really bassy sound, going into those bass notes on a guitar. And it's something that I think for maybe heavier styles of music is more applicable, but I haven't really got into the 7-string thing. And I've seen a crazy amount of strings on some guitars that are just going so high and so low. You know, it's a little bit crazy, and it gets to the point where you just can't do a bar chord anymore because there's so many strings. So I have played one, and I haven't recorded or really got into anything artistically with it. Maybe in the future, but I think with my style of music, it's not really heavy. But thank you anyway for that question and the donation. And we've got Batfink, who has donated $10. Thank you so much for that. And the message with that says, Phil, Vince and I meant instrumental, not instructional. You already did that. So maybe I just read that wrong. So thank you for setting the record straight. And just in case you are looking for instructional videos, then now you know where to go. But instrumentals, I haven't recorded any purely instrumental tracks yet, because I tend to hear melodies over the top of the guitar, and that's why I thought I'd try and teach myself to sing in order to be able to sing those melodies that I had in my head, as well as the chord progressions that I was thinking of at the time. That's easy for me to say, but I haven't done anything instrumentally. But maybe in the future I might put something together. You never know. I have done a couple of instrumentals in terms of cover songs. I did one of a computer game called Oblivion. I've done a cover of Eruption by Van Halen. I've also done a Gary Moore cover that was just an instrumental. So yeah, I've done a few of them, but nothing original yet. But maybe in the future I can get writing with something instrumental and not instructional. So thank you for that donation, Batfink. And we've just had another donation, and this is Micheline Couch, or Couche if it's French. But maybe if it was French, it'd have one of those little, what are they called over the top? An emphasis point. I don't think it's called one of those. But thank you so much for that donation. I'm just going to check if there's a message with that. What is that called when it's got the accent? Is that it over the top? But I'm not sure. But the $4.99 was the donation. So thank you, Micheline. Hopefully I'm saying your name correctly. And thank you for that donation. Thank you, everybody, for all of these donations tonight. and in past weeks, and all of the comments that are coming in. And Batfink has said accent, so I got that correct in the end. Thank you so much for backing me up and making sure that I'm saying the correct terms for these words, even though I don't think this is a French name, but it might be. Maybe we can get confirmation in the comments section. But thank you for that donation. I'm going to be rolling on with the show now because we're going to get into the final video of the night. And this is going to be my live version of Art Not Commerce. I almost did a little bit of vowel modification there on my talking voice, which is something that I mentioned in a video analysis recently about vowel modifications and why some people always, well, pretty much all people, when they sing high in their range, if they're modifying vowels, will sound American. But anyway, let's get back into tonight's show and let's not start doing an analysis video on the live stream because that could go on for years. But I'm going to get into this track now. I'm going to play this video. It's my track called Art Not Commerce. I hope you guys like this, and I'm going to be in the comments section whilst this is playing. And if you can hit that thumbs up, maybe we can spike the likes on the 45th minute of the live stream. That would be great. And hopefully we will be able to resume after this. Fingers crossed. Whenever I click on a video, I'm never quite sure whether it's going to play or not, but we will see if it does. And let's get that link off screen. So thank you. If anybody was trying to say get that link off screen, then hopefully it's now fine and it's not on the screen anymore. Art Not Commerce. I'll see you guys after this. I hope you guys like it. Rock.
Telling me what's right, but I will make my own way.
And there we have it. That was my track called Art Not Commerce, and that was the live version, obviously, from my live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. And we did have a couple of questions. Well, one question that I wrote down where somebody asked if I have perfect pitch or relative pitch, and it's something that I don't think I've got perfect pitch, but I tend to know what chords. I think when you've been playing guitar for a very long time, especially teaching as well, when you hear a chord, you know what the chord is because you're so used to hearing a D or an A or an E or a G or a C. So it's something that you just get used to. I think especially when I was learning to sing, your ear trains itself so much when you're learning to sing that you can start to pick out pitches and also be more accurate with your own pitch. And that's certainly something that I knew that I had to work on, or at least I thought the most important thing that I should try and get down is at least singing on pitch, because that's what all the great singers can do. And that's really what I focused on, trying to just hit notes. And then after that comes, vibrato and, support and range and control and all that kind of stuff. But I'm still learning the whole singing thing because I'm very much a guitarist who sings as well, but I've been playing guitar for a very long time. But thank you for that question, and if we can hit that thumbs up, that would be great. I'm not sure how many likes we're up to, because I think we were up to maybe 230 or something, so we will see where we are tonight so far. I say so far, it's now 52 minutes into this live stream, so we're almost at 1 in the morning here, so I'm gonna have to call it to a halt pretty soon, and it looks like we are at 264. So if you can hit that thumbs up, let's see where we can go with that, because that would be really good to see if we can get a new record on the live stream. And I think I'm just going to interrupt myself, and Batfink has just donated $5, and Batfink says, Phil, have you ever played an electronic flumbotron? And if not, why not? Haha. So thank you for that donation, $5, and I haven't actually played an electronic flumbotron before, and maybe in the future it's something that I can work into one of my original compositions, but I'm not sure whether it's going to be possible or not. But we will see in the future. Never say never. That's what the Goonies say. Never say die. It's something that when I wear my Goonies shirt, I think a lot of people know what it is, but some people have never heard of the movie called The Goonies, and if you haven't, you've got to check it out. It's an absolute classic. But don't let me get sidetracked with 80s movies, because again, I'll be here all night. Batfink, thank you so much for the donation, and everybody who's donated tonight. And there was a message in the comments, and it was from Micheline Couch, but I wrote down the pronunciation, and Micheline Couch. That's how it was written, or at least that's how I'm reading the words. So apologies if with my English accent I've still got that wrong, but hopefully Micheline is what it should sound like. But thank you for the donation, Micheline, and hopefully I'm saying that right, I'm not sure. But thank you for trying to put me straight. Sometimes I think I'll just never get the correct pronunciation. It's just destiny. But we have another donation from DM, and it's $1.99. Thank you so much for that. And the message is UK and Canada have the best musicians, including Phil. So thank you for the kind words. I would tend to agree about the Canada thing, because they've had so many great musicians, but also three-piece bands just come out of Canada like they're going out of fashion. They're just constantly coming out of Canada, at least they used to in terms of the 70s and the 80s, but the consistency level of talent coming out of Canada is just unrelenting, it seems. I don't know what they're drinking there, but maybe I should go over to Canada and maybe have some water and see what happens to me. But anyway, thank you for that donation, DM, and thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. I think we're going to have to call it a day for tonight because it's almost 1 in the AM. I was going to say, I was trying to do something a little bit American there because here we say 1 a.m. and I tried to interrupt my thought process with an Americanism that's 1 in the AM. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm on about. I think this is what happens when I get to the end of the live stream. Everything goes to pot, and it's certainly something that happened on a video that I did on Patreon, and all my patrons would have seen this, where I was doing it at 3 in the morning and the end of the video just went totally wrong and I was saying the wrong thing all the time. And I just gave up in the end and said, good night, I'm going to call it a night, which is exactly what I'm going to do here as well. But I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody who has tuned in tonight, everybody over on Patreon, my patrons, you know who you are, everybody who is taking a look at the comment section and making sure it doesn't get out of hand. Thank you guys, the 4 sheriffs and deputies and the whole police force that is out tonight. Thank you guys for doing the job tonight and moderating the channel. And thank you for hitting the like button and subscribing. Like I said, a crazy amount of subscribers now. So thank you everybody for subscribing and spreading the word about the channel as well, because I really do appreciate it. But I'm going to leave you guys now, and I'm going to be over on Patreon tonight. I always upload this video or the link to the YouTube video on Patreon tonight, so I'll see you guys over there. And thank you everyone for hitting the thumbs up, because I really do appreciate that, and it helps the subscriber count just to increase so much week on week, and it's really down to you guys. And Sally has just donated right at the end with $20, and she says, just made it. Hi to everyone. So thank you, Sally, for joining in right at the end and for that donation. And that is going to be it. It looks like we're at 293 likes. So I'm not sure whether there are 7 people that can give a thumbs up before I sign out, because it will be amazing to hit 300 likes in one live stream. If you are watching this in the future on the catch-up replay type thing, you can still hit that like button, because it's still going to help the video to get out there, this video, but also for the channel to get a little bit more suggestible, and that would really help as well. It looks like we are at 299 and 300. We hit it. Thank you guys so much for all banding together and hitting that like button. 300 likes. That is amazing. It's 301 and 304 and 305. Thank you guys, every single one of you, for hitting that thumbs up and making this an epic live stream. They're always epic because you guys always tune in, but thank you everyone for hitting that thumbs up. That's amazing. And let me just give another plug to the Facebook page as well, the Wings of Pegasus supporters page, because you guys, if you want to, can go over there and chat about music and lots of other things. And if you want to talk about anything in particular that's on your mind, you can go over there, because that's where some of these guys are in the comments section. We've got a nice group over there now, and we've got a really cool group on Patreon as well, and the guys that are on Patreon are also on the Facebook page as well. So everybody in the comment section, thank you so much for tuning in. And if I don't see you guys at the next analysis video in the comment section, then I'm going to see you guys the same time, the same place, on Livestream Tuesday, next Tuesday night. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for all of the donations tonight. Thank you, patrons at the bottom of the screen, and I will see you guys next week at Livestream Tuesday again. Thank you so much for spending your Tuesday with me. It is massively appreciated. I'll see you guys next week. Catch you later.